Imagine standing in a stadium filled with 50,000 screaming spectators. The crowd roars with excitement. Trumpets echo across the arena. Two warriors step into the sand, armed with deadly weapons. Only one of them may walk out alive. This was the brutal reality of gladiator combat in ancient Rome. Inside the legendary Colosseum, warriors fought for survival, glory, and sometimes freedom. But the real story behind these fights is far more shocking than most people realize, because gladiators were not always volunteers, and the games themselves were part of a powerful political machine that kept the Roman Empire entertained. The arena of death, the Colosseum, was one of the greatest architectural achievements of the ancient world. Built in the heart of Rome, this massive amphitheater could hold more than 50,000 spectators. It was constructed during the reign of the Roman Emperor Vespasian and completed by his son Titus in the year 88. For the people of Rome, the Colosseum was more than just a stadium. It was a place of spectacle, drama, and brutal entertainment. Crowds gathered here to watch thrilling events that included animal hunts, public executions, and of course, the famous gladiator battles. But behind the excitement and cheering crowds lay a much darker reality. Who were the gladiators? Many people imagine gladiators as fearless warriors who willingly fought for fame. But the truth was very different. Most gladiators were actually slaves, prisoners of war, or criminals forced to fight in the arena. They were trained in special schools known as ludi, where they learned how to fight with different weapons and combat styles. Life in these schools was harsh, training was intense, punishments were severe. Yet surprisingly, gladiators were also valuable investments. Owners wanted their fighters to survive and win battles, because skilled gladiators could become incredibly popular with the Roman public. Some even became celebrities of their time. Their names were shouted by crowds, their victories were recorded, and successful fighters could sometimes earn their freedom. Gladiator fights were not random. They were carefully organized to create dramatic and exciting battles. Different types of gladiators fought using different weapons and armor. For example, the Murmillo carried a large shield and a short sword. The Retiarius fought with a net and a trident, trying to trap his opponent before striking. Another type, called the Threx, used a curved sword and a small shield. These fighters were often matched against specific opponents to create an exciting contrast in fighting styles. Imagine a heavily armored warrior facing a fast and lightly armed fighter. This variety kept the crowd entertained and made every battle unpredictable. The moment of combat, when the games began, the gladiators would enter the arena and salute the emperor. The crowd watched in silence as the fighters prepared for battle. Then the signal was given, and the fight began. Steel clashed against shields. Sand flew into the air. The warriors circled each other carefully, looking for a weakness. Every strike could be deadly. Every mistake could mean death. But gladiator fights were not always battles to the death. Many fights ended when one fighter was wounded or surrendered. At that moment, the defeated gladiator would raise a finger, asking for mercy, and the decision of life or death could rest with the crowd or the emperor. The crowd's power. The Roman crowd loved the drama of the arena. If the defeated fighter had fought bravely, the audience might shout for mercy. But if the crowd was angry, they could demand death. The emperor would often make the final decision. With a simple gesture of his hand, he could spare a life, or order the final blow. These moments were some of the most intense spectacles in Roman entertainment. For the crowd, it was thrilling. For the gladiators, it was terrifying. More than just gladiator fights, the Colosseum hosted many other shocking spectacles. Wild animals such as lions, tigers, elephants, and bears were brought from across the Roman Empire. These animals were used in dramatic hunts called venations. Sometimes criminals were executed publicly in brutal displays designed to entertain the audience. The arena floor could even be flooded for mock naval battles, recreating famous sea fights. Every event was designed to amaze the crowd and demonstrate the power of Rome. The life of a gladiator. Despite the danger, some gladiators became incredibly famous. Victorious fighters were admired for their courage and strength. Women in the crowd sometimes idolized them, much like modern sports stars. A successful gladiator who won many battles could eventually earn a wooden sword known as the rudis. This symbol represented freedom. Receiving the rudis meant the fighter had survived the arena and was finally free from combat. But very few gladiators ever reached that moment. For many, the arena was the place where their lives ended. The end of the gladiator games. For centuries, gladiator games remained one of the most popular forms of entertainment in the Roman world. But over time, attitudes began to change. As the Roman Empire adopted new religious beliefs and social values, the brutal games started to lose support. By the early 5th century, gladiator combat was gradually banned. The once roaring Colosseum slowly fell silent. Today, the ancient amphitheater still stands in Rome as a powerful reminder of a very different time in human history. The gladiator games were thrilling, brutal, and unforgettable. They revealed both the greatness and the cruelty of the Roman Empire. Inside the walls of the Colosseum, thousands of warriors fought for survival, glory, and freedom, and their battles remain one of the most dramatic stories from the ancient world. But one question still fascinates historians today. Were the gladiator games simply entertainment, or were they a powerful tool used by Roman rulers to control the people? What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.